What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sweet Talk podcast. I'm Nick.
And I'm Branye.
And today we're shooting our very first podcast with the Sweet Owner. We're super excited. Today, here with us is Oxana Volpe. Oxana, welcome.
Hey.
So, just kind of tell us what it is that you do here with us.
So I'm a hairstylist and a hair extension specialist. I just started renting with you guys 6 months ago. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, and what services do you offer?
I offer coloring services and hair extension services.
Her hair extension services, chef's kiss, all the pictures.
So how long have you been in this industry?
From 2016, 15, so almost actually 10 years. I'm coming up 10 years, yes.
10
Okay.
years,
And then
wow.
what got you started?
Yeah, like
in
what'd
it?
you do before this?
So I used to be a bartender in French Quarter, and it was an amazing job. Again, service industry, right? But I realized that I cannot do this forever. We're getting older, we're getting wiser. So I decided what's the next step, and I enrolled in Aveda Cosmetology School in 2015. And
Were you still in New Orleans?
Yeah, I was still in New Orleans. I was going to Aveda in Metairie. And I graduated around 2016, and then I started my journey in cosmetology school. And it was not easy at first because I was juggling two jobs. I was doing still the bartending job at night, and then coming home, sleeping for 2-3 hours, going to
Wow.
the salon life. Because the first year or two of being a cosmetologist, you have to build your clientele.
Hustle.
It's a little rough, but if you push through it, it's good.
So what was your plan? Like, was cosmetology always your plan, or like what was kind of your plan growing up, and what did you want to do?
Not actually, not cosmetology. I wanted to go to. I studied actually a little bit at Loyola. I studied journalism communications.
Oh.
And then it got to be really expensive because I'm an immigrant, so I came here on a student visa. So I was paying out of pocket. So I would like make my tips at night, work at at the bar, and then go to college and paying out of pocket. It got
wow.
to be very expensive. So fortunately, I quit, but not unfortunately, because now I love my life and I love the job that I do right now.
And what age were you when you came to America?
So I was a week short from 21.
Okay.
Wow.
I came here on a student visa, $500 in my pocket, barely knew any English, like basic English. And yeah.
So you came here at 21, and like, what did you do? Like, what were your first steps? I mean, you went to school because it was a student visa.
The way the J1 visa works, they give you a summer job, and you have to like follow, like it's in your contract. You have to work this job. And my first job was there's gas stations. Tom Thumbs in Destin, Florida. So that was my first ever job.
Oh, so it was in Florida.
Yes, that was Florida. I spent the summer there, and then I extended my visa and I enrolled in Loyola.
How did you decide on New Orleans?
Because of Loyola.
Okay.
Yes.
And where are you from originally?
I'm from Moldova, which is a small, tiny country in Eastern Europe, right in the middle of Europe. The entire country is like 3 million people.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So is your family still over there? Are they here? Like, what's that situation?
No, actually, my family is like spread through the entire world. My older brother lives in Amsterdam.
Oh.
My mom lives in Italy. I live in USA, and only my younger sister, she still lives back home.
So you have some cool places to go visit when you go visit family.
I visit them all the time. Yeah.
You do.
So what was probably like the hardest thing of just starting, I mean, I guess over kind of in a new country?
The culture, the culture shock, it's very different from where I grew up. And you have to like get used to not only the language, not only, the mentality of people, but how the things are done here, the food, everything. I mean, I'm happy I did it, but it was, yeah.
I'm just imagining at 21, I was in college at LSU. I couldn't imagine going
across
somewhere else and trying to figure it out.
Across the world by myself, not knowing the language, first of all. That is very intimidating.
Yeah. I knew some basic language because in our countries, English is in the curriculum in the school. So you start learning English since you're like 7, 8 years old. So some basic English. I understood people, but I couldn't like express myself as widely and as good as I can right now.
Yeah. Do you feel like today it'd be easier, like with all the AI and like the translating stuff?
I think so. And social media and AI. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kids nowadays, they got it good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's insane. I mean, we went to Mexico. You know, her family has a place there, and just trying to communicate and get around. Like, I couldn't imagine like going and like starting my life over there. Like, and it's like, how do you figure it out? But I guess I could kind of see like how you just start a little bit figuring things out, but to start a career and go to school, like that's crazy.
I consider myself very lucky because for some reason I always would meet people that would help me out. Like maybe it's my social skills or maybe it's luck, maybe both. But every time I would like meet somebody, it was a person that would like, okay, I got you a job here as a bartender. Okay, you're very good at making hair. You can go to school. So it's always like I call them my guardian angels.
Yeah.
No,
I would
seriously.
always meet people that would help me in some kind of capacity. So I'm pretty lucky in that way.
But I think that says a lot about you. People want to help good people.
Yeah,
You deserve it.
And then I mean, it helps you just kind of network.
Yeah, network out. It's in my blood.
Yeah. Which is great. So talk about kind of how you started in cosmetology. I know you went to school, you went to college, you had some jobs as a bartender, but like getting started, going to school as to get your cosmetology license and then kind of just...
I did research and then not that much research. I Googled cosmetology schools nearby.
That's
and
real.
Iveta popped out. She's like, Iveta is like most popular school in Louisiana. So I basically went there. I acquired a meeting with the director and I was like, hey, what it takes to enroll in y'all school? And they said $25,000. And how you say it in English? The high school diploma?
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, okay. And I paid out of my pocket again.
You had $25,000 just ready to dole out?
I did not, but you can pay monthly. So all the tips that I made,
straight to school.
They would go one straight to school. I would work at night from 10 to 5 in the morning, come home, sleep for 3 hours, 4 hours, and be at school at 9 a.m. And I did this for a year and a half.
Wow.
So I didn't know. So it's $25,000 to go to...
Yes,
that is not cheap.
Yeah, at least it was 10 years ago. I think right now it's even more expensive.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yes.
No,
wow. That's crazy. So how do people pay for that?
Grants.
Yeah. There's a lot of grants and stuff.
Like, I mean, I don't think it cost me $25,000 to go to college.
Oh, no.
I mean, I went to
For me to go
college,
to LSU, it probably, and I did have tops and all that, but I probably paid a total of $2,500 a semester. Oh, no,
It's pretty expensive.
Yeah,
if you think
that's fine. Yeah,
over the course of 4 years.
Okay.
And I think it's because it's so compound. Like you have to get 1,500 hours in like in the year or a year and a half. They like, okay, you gotta pay us $25,000 and then you're gonna have a career. You know, it's a trade. So and you get out of the school and you can go straight into a job. With college, it's a little different.
Yeah, you're kind of just left. It's all up to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you with cosmetology as well, though.
Yeah, but so like what was your first job once you graduated hair school? Like how did you get from school to where we are today?
So my first ever salon was Beauties Salon in New Orleans. I entered there as an intern, right? As an assistant. And I was 5 months pregnant.
Really?
Yes, I was 5 months pregnant when I was an assistant. And an assistant job, you basically everybody's bitch. You do
you're sweeping the floor.
You're sweeping the floors. You're making teas and coffees. So I was 5 months pregnant doing all of that. And and then I went on a maternity leave for a year because my husband was like, hey, I want you to stay home with the baby at least for the first year.
Amazing.
And then I went back to the Aveda, starting all over as an assistant. And then I had another job at Utopia Salon, which is a local salon. By that time, we moved to Baton Rouge.
Yeah, but you're in Baton Rouge now.
But by that time, I moved to Baton Rouge. And I worked there for the first 3 years And yeah, that was one of those jobs that like taught me a lot about the business, about how to be a good hairstylist. While I was doing that, I was going to different extension classes because that was my main focus.
What year was this?
2020, 2019.
Extensions weren't like, you were ahead of the game.
They were like just becoming a thing. And I was like, okay, so I want to do that. And I wasn't even thinking about the money aspect, which is, which is great, because it's a luxury service. So the tickets are high. I was thinking more like I love the transformation aspect of that. And not to like speak ill, but about other hairstylists, I didn't find at that time the hairstylists that do a good job at hair extensions. So I was like, I might be one of those people here in Baton Rouge that is doing that.
Yeah,
so,
you saw a need.
Yes, I saw a need. So I was like, okay, let me invest in classes, and then by the time it's 2022 to 23, the extensions just boomed. The last 4 or 5 years, they're like really a service that everybody wants and every hairstylist wants to do.
And by then I feel like you established
a clientele. Yes, and social media presence, and that's my main focus. All my clients are hair extension clients.
So after you worked at Euphoria for 3 years.
Utopia.
Oh,
Utopia.
Did I
Euphoria.
say? Whatever.
They sound the same. Yeah, they sound the same. Yeah.
Utopia. For 3 years, and then where did you go?
So I left the Utopia, again, not to speak ill, but it's the truth. It was a very toxic culture salon.
I feel like that's a lot of
salons are like that, unfortunately. So I left Utopia because I couldn't handle it anymore. And I went to Ray-Ban Salon, and I actually got fired from Ray-Ban Salon.
What did you do?
Nothing. I did not fit the culture the way they said it. So at that point, it was like a year and a half into it. So 2 years ago, I was in the lowest of the low. I got fired. I thought I really need that job, and I was so depressed, and I didn't know that I can do it on my own. I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I need a salon to thrive in this industry. So I was like super sad about it. I actually begged for my job back because I thought I could not do it on my own. And then I sat down one night with my husband, and he's like, you're so talented. Why do you think you cannot do it on your own? And I was like, I don't know. I had that fear, like, what if I can't?
Oh, yeah.
Because, being a business owner, that requires a lot of, not just you being talented, but also
guts.
Yes, guts. And also you have to know your numbers. You have to know the business aspect of that. Being a business owner and being an artist,
very different.
Yes.
There's a very big difference between somebody who's good at cutting hair and somebody who is good at running a business.
Yes, you have to be both. In my situation, you have to be both.
Yes.
So I had that talk with my husband, and his godson, he was like, I believe in you. I'll help you. You can do it. Even if you failed, at least you tried.
Yeah. And that's so nice to know that he's like behind you, like that backbone that like no matter what, like you will be okay if you fail.
He's a true man that can lead and husband for sure. And after that, so at that point, I was without a job for like 6 months. I lost all my clients, the majority of them, because clients, they need their services done. And if you are, unfortunately, in this industry, if you're out of it for a little bit, you're gonna lose your clients.
They're moving on.
They're moving on, and I can't blame them. So I started basically from zero. I won and started renting a chair at Evolve with Jason. And he was so nice. This man is such a nice man. He basically told me, you don't have to pay me rent. You just pay as you work. If you work this day, you pay me $50. If you don't, you don't. Which was like such a...
For building up your clientele.
Yeah, such a help and a boost. Oh my gosh, I'm forever grateful to him. And I started working there. I created my website. My husband created it for me.
That's me. That's so me. Nick did it.
Yeah. Everything comes about technology. It's my husband. And then I listed my my business on Google, and then that I start, I reached out to all my ex-clients. I got a good software. And you're not going to believe 50% of them came back.
Oh, wow.
That speaks a lot on you after how many months being out?
Yes, I was so surprised. I was like, wow, I can't believe after 6 months you guys came back. They came back and they're like, we tried out the stylist, but, we feel more comfortable with you.
So like so many people right now that want to come into a suite are worried about losing their base clientele that's already with them, maybe at a regular salon or their booth running just like you were. Like, what would you tell them on how to, maintain that? You maintain at least 50%, which is great.
I think personal relationships, well, obviously you have to be talented. You have to do a good job.
Yeah.
But that's like I think it's only 30% of what goes into that.
Yeah.
I think if you build a relationship with your clients, they can forgive you a bad haircut or a bad color. What they're not going to forgive you a bad treatment of them. So if you treat them with respect, you almost have to treat them as a friend. You don't necessarily have to hang out with your clients outside of work, but while they're in your chair, you listen to them, you sympathize with them, you pamper them, you treat them, because they're paying you money for a service, not just for their hair. They're paying you money to feel heard, to feel understood, and just a relaxing time and just, unwind. Your chair has to be an unwinding place for your clients. So the relationship between you and your clients, that's what they're going to remember.
100%. Like when you said they'll forgive you for a bad haircut. Like I followed my hairstylist around to we're on the 4th location. I don't care where she goes.
You're gonna go see her, right?
Yes,
because I have that bond.
I
with
love her.
Yeah.
Like I could go get because I just get a haircut. I really don't get crazy stuff. I mean, now I have extensions, but before I only got a haircut. Anybody could really cut my hair, but I would follow her anywhere just because like we have built this relationship. And
you bonded with her, like on a human level,
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's with any business, not just the hair industry. Like if you treat your clients right, they're gonna follow you. Yes. Like that's how I've always done business. That's how we do business here. Like we try to treat y'all the best we can because we know we're gonna make some mistakes. There might be a plumbing issue that really frustrates you, but if we have a really good relationship, you're like, I understand they're doing their best, they can fix it.
That's actually the main reason I wanted to rent from you guys. First of all, you guys local. I like to support local businesses no matter what. But secondly, when I talked to Branier, I felt like, oh my gosh, this girl really cares for her business. She really cares for the people that will rent from her. And throughout the course of my 6 months, anytime I had an issue, you guys would respond quickly. Anytime I had a question, it's like instant. Not a lot of landlords do that, or care like that. So I felt like, oh my gosh, these people really, really care. Not only, about their business, but the people that work with them. So compliments to you guys.
That is absolutely. I'm thankful that I portrayed that when I first talked to you because I don't sit there and try to sell that, but I really do want people to know I care so much. Before we got into this industry, somebody was telling us they were in the same industry, don't be friends with your suite owners. They're like,
don't go above and beyond for them. Don't be friends with them.
They were saying all these things.
And we're like, these are people we're trying to get advice from to open this business, and I don't see how you do it any other way. There's no way to succeed.
Well, it's not even I was trying to make friends. It just happened. I'm like, I care about these people.
Yes, that was a bad advice.
No, that's terrible advice. Now I look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've been invited to weddings and baby showers, and it's not anything that I've tried to go out of my way to do. It's just when people take care of you, you want to take care of.
You can't treat people like robots. We do have feelings, and we do have, all those. Yeah, you can treat people like robots.
No, absolutely.
It can be sterile like that. You have to treat them like with humanity. Yes, absolutely.
For sure. So you got 50% of your clients back, and then where do we go from there?
So my main strategy was I need to get as many good reviews as possible because people look at that when they Google your business. And so I started telling all my clients, the way I would ask them for reviews, it wasn't like automated text message after their appointment. I would reach out personally. And the next day, I'm like,
Wow.
hey, how are you? How's your hair doing? You still liking everything? Would you please leave me a Google review?
That's big.
Yes, and that propelled me more to get more clients because when people would Google hair extensions, like my business would be like one of the first pages, and because of reviews and and the niche. So that really helped me. And then I started getting more and more clients, and then word to mouth. But I think the reviews really, really helped me, and I feel like the clients felt like, oh my gosh, I have to leave this girl a review because she reached out to me personally.
She cared enough.
She cared,
like she really, I think that's a big thing with you. Like they can tell how much you care about your business. Like you really try. And
really
if
do.
I see people trying, I want to make their dreams come true. Like I want to help as much as possible.
And people do. They want to help you.
Yeah.
Majority of people, they do want to help you. They want to, especially if they're your clients. They're like, oh yes, I'll do this for you.
But you have to ask. If you don't ask, they're not going out of their way. Like it's
absolutely, you have to ask.
But if you ask, they more than likely will help you.
Yes.
Which is
people,
great.
it's in their nature. They want to help.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really. That's great. That's the first time I've ever heard a Google story. Like we talk a lot about content and social media. I don't know how many people have Google profiles that lease here at Branier. Probably not many. And that's a big one that I haven't even.
That's a very big one.
That hasn't
the
even
first
popped in
thing
my
people do is Google.
Yes. And I list myself as a salon because I am a salon, you know. I am one person salon, but I am a salon.
Yeah.
So I list myself when people Google, hey, local salons in area or hair extensions in area, my salon pops up. And I don't understand why not more people do that. Even if you're a one person salon, you can still list your business on Google as a one person salon.
I don't think a lot of people put in as much effort. I don't know how to say it without like a lot of people aren't going to ask for the reviews. A lot of people just don't care. Like they're okay with being stagnant.
Like how did you even come up with this idea? Because you're talking about 20. What year are we talking about right now?
2024, 2023. That's when I started like being on my own.
And still, content was probably like just really ramping up in like this industry, people starting to post. So how did you even come up with the Google idea? Was that your idea?
Well, listing on Google was my husband's idea, but the reviews was my idea because this is how us as a consumer do things nowadays. Yeah. Reviews is everything. If you want to go to a restaurant, you look at reviews.
That's all we do.
We're Yelping it.
Yes. And you want to hear from other clients like you, how was their experience? Because I'm not going to go to a restaurant where it has 4-star reviews. Like there is a reason their reviews are that low. Yeah. Or a hair salon. Anyway, so I was like, people need to hear from real people about their real experiences.
I want to read real experiences.
Yes.
I want to see pictures.
I want to see pictures. Yeah, that's another thing I would ask my clients. Like I would take these beautiful pictures with the light and everything, and I would send it to them. When I reach out to them, like, you look so beautiful. This is your picture. Can you give me a review and post this picture?
Oh, wow.
And they love that
perfect.
too. They're like,
Genius.
oh my gosh, she really did a good job because she wouldn't post this on her socials if it wasn't
pretty. They're like, look
right?
at me, I'm stunning.
Yeah, and they're like,
look at me.
Yeah. They feel themselves, and I'm like, you're so stunning. Look at this beautiful hair. And they're like, yes, I'm so proud. I'm going to post it for you. So yeah, that's another thing that I used to do. I would always take good pictures with good lighting. I would take mini courses on how to take good pictures from other stylists. They're like $25, $30. Yeah. That's investing in your business. It's nothing, but it's teaching you a skill that is going to help you further.
Wow. That's like the smallest thing.
Yeah, it's something I've never...
But it makes the biggest difference.
So many people are about to learn from this. It's going to be unbelievable, especially like just in our buildings.
That's like everybody asks me where I get my hair done. And I tell them, because they're like, oh, your color always looks so good. And I'm like, I only get it done like once a year. But this is who does my hair. But if you go look her up, she's completely booked. She doesn't care really to get more clients. But if you go look her up, you can't find a picture of her work. So like nobody ever... Like, I don't think books with her.
Yeah.
Because you can't. She's going to laugh at this if she sees this. But, like, you can't see her work anywhere.
Well, for established stylists, I understand if you don't need to get more clients. I get it. But what the pandemic taught us is you can lose your business like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can it'll be a time, God forbid, that you need to start again over. So what happens if you need to start over? So all these
Yeah.
little things will teach us
We
how to
just
start.
we
Yeah.
just talked about this.
Yeah, we
I don't
did.
remember who. Maybe it was somebody that we're helping with some marketing. I was telling him like, hey, we need to market this business and this business. He's like, well, I don't really need to. Like, I'm full. Like, there's no reason. I'm like, well, you never know what's going to happen. You never know when half your clients are going to move or just something happens in the world. And then when people need to look you back up, they have nothing to see.
You have no
like you're starting
social
at the,
traits.
You're not like
Yeah.
credible.
you were
Yeah.
at the top and now you got to restart at the bottom. And that's that's something that we learned with going from 1 salon to 3. When we opened our first one, we were the best. We were full. Like, we were the nicest. And it got to be easy. If somebody left, somebody came in there.
Mhm.
And so we stopped like really marketing our suite owners and our whole process. And then we went to go open 2 more. And it's like, man,
It was
Now
like
we
a-
have
we
to
would've-
It was a
grind
slap in
again.
the face.
if we had
Like,
just been consistent,
You already had a social media presence, which
Yes.
is very important nowadays. So even if you think that your social media presence doesn't bring you clients, it's a lie.
yes.
It does. People will look you up, even if they don't follow you, but they will look you up to see your work because they want to. They don't want to see a picture from 2009. They want to see a picture from yesterday.
they want to see you
Yeah.
working.
you working,
Yeah.
constantly working, still. How you say in English, still present in your work. So I just had a client the other day that she saw my TikTok. It was a silly TikTok of me lip singing about some hair stuff, and she's like, "I liked your personality so much, I decided to book with you."
I did not even think about that aspect,
Yeah.
like showing your personality, because that's a huge thing with hairstylists. Like, you
Mhm.
want your it's like a therapist. You want your personalities to mesh.
to match
Yes.
their vibes.
So
yes.
showing your
And I was like,
personality.
oh, that's so silly. And I'm like, that's so cool. And I
Yeah.
don't even post constantly on TikTok, which is, I'm going to change. But yeah, she was like, I met you on TikTok. I loved your personality. And then I followed you to your Instagram. And then I saw your work. And I was like, okay, I'm booking with her.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah.
Your TikTok yesterday was
Oh,
cracking
Nick
me
was
up.
dying laughing. He was like, "Did you see her
I'm like,
TikTok?"
this is genius. This is the stuff I love.
Thank you.
So yeah, that's really good. So how do we get to Branye?
So I felt like in Jason's salon, although I loved the whole team, I wanted to be on my own. I wanted to control my own environment. I felt like I need to have a relaxing spa music in my salon. I felt like I want to have a TV in my salon because a lot of my girlies, they're working girlies, they want to come and watch their little shows while they're like getting their hair done. And I couldn't do that there because there's other stylists and you
Yeah.
have to like, be mindful of your environment. And the music was, controlled by Jason, and he has a different taste.
Sure.
So I felt like I want to not only have control over my music, have entertainment. I want to light candles. I want to give girls massages, and that would be impossible with all the noise with other people around
Yeah.
you. So I was like, okay, there is time that I need to grow into, elevate my customer experience, and I started looking into suites that I can rent. And what I did, my research on you guys was not Google research or reviews. It was other stylists because we in this industry, we kind of know each other. We all know each other. We all follow each other,
Sure.
especially local stylists. And I asked people who already was renting from you or wanted to rent from you. And I talked to a lot of stylists and I heard nothing but good things. And that's how I came, to you.
Nice. So were we the only place you were looking at? Did you go tour other places? Like, what is that process?
I did. I toured Sola Suites. I toured some other, I don't even remember what other suites. But what brought me here and caught my eye is how modern it is and amenities that we have here.
Yeah.
Like washing machines, coffee bar, 2 working toilets. That was another thing that I love Jason, I love you, but his bathroom wasn't working properly. We didn't have washing and dryers, I have to bring all my towels back
Oh,
home,
no.
wash them, dry them, and then bring it back. So those little things there, I was like, okay, I need not only to elevate my customer experience, but my own experience.
Yours. Yes. You
Yes.
are important as well.
Yes. So I love the way it looked. I love the inside of the suites and what it came with it.
So how has a private suite like helped your business?
Again, bonding with my clients.
Yep.
It helped me so much more because it was just me and them and nobody else. So they could like tell me literally anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything. Mine
Literally.
is, she's in Gonzales in a suite, and before she was in another suite, and it just changes everything.
Yes.
It really does.
Yes, it just feels like it's like a therapy session.
Yeah.
Basically, and we just glam. But yeah, they can tell me everything. Also, the control over my own environment. You know, if I don't want to listen to some music, then I don't. If it's obviously about the client, I would ask them what they want to listen to,
Yeah.
what they want to watch. But it feels like you and your girlfriend watching some silly shows and doing hair. How
You
cool
just
is
set
that?
the vibe.
Yeah, the girl time. It
Yeah.
feels like, because I don't service men, like all my girls are like, it feels like girl time. So
Yeah.
the bond between me and my clients got even stronger.
So what do your clients say about it now versus who's been coming to you for years at other places?
They love it. They love it. All these little things that I added, you know, like a hand massage and a spa
Ugh.
music while I do their washing, the hair wash, lighted candles and scents and shows that we watch together. We can talk about it, you know.
That sounds
They
amazing.
love it.
Yeah.
They love it.
Do you feel like you can sell like a more luxury service at maybe a higher price than you could where you were before?
Definitely. Because, like, again, customer experience elevated, and then you can up your prices because of the customer experience.
That's a big thing.
Yes,
that
that's a
we
big thing.
talk about. A lot of people are very worried about maybe they're coming from like booth rent and they're paying like. Oh, I've talked to people that are paying $250 booth rent, and then they're wanting a suite that's maybe $300 a week. And I try to tell them, like, you are able to raise your prices here just a little bit to where that will be covered. I don't think people realize the control of their environment that they really do have.
Yes.
When they are by themselves.
Yeah, and I mean it's definitely a luxury to be by yourself and create. Like we sell like create your own vibe. Like no matter what's going on outside the suite, no matter what the person's vibe is next to you, you can have something completely different that matches you and your clients. Which
Yeah.
I don't own my own individual salon, but I think that would be awesome.
Yes. And some clients, they come to you for your personality. They come to you, they're like, okay, some hairstylists, they have tattoos all over them, and then they have crazy color hairs, and it's like so fun. They're like, yeah, you edgy. I love you, because I'm an edgy client. And some girls like me, they're very glam and very like curly girly. And all my clients, guess what? They're very glam and very girly girly, because they come to me.
They are very glam.
Yes, they come to me because they see themselves in me. So, and when you're in a suite, you can create that vibe. You can create your own vibe.
They see themselves in me. That is good. That is good, because like I do want to go to I want to go to somebody the same vibe as me.
Yes.
Like my hairstylist always is dressed nice, has her makeup done. And I think you always look amazing.
Thank
you show up to work done up, you look nice every single time. And I think that's a big thing. Like clients.
You haven't seen me on Sundays.
Haven't seen you on Sundays. Not yet. I'm still sure you look fabulous. But like that's a big thing. That matters as well, because you don't have a boss anymore. So I think a lot of people do fall into this when they go into their own suite. They don't have a boss anymore. So like they don't have to present themselves well. And I think it is still so important to get dressed every day, not show up to work.
Work ethic is everything. You can be your own boss, but if you don't have a work ethic, then you're going to lose all your clients. You cannot, because you work for yourself, you cannot be late. You cannot reschedule your own clients. You cannot treat them less than if you treat them when you work for somebody else, because somebody else can tell you, I'll fire you if you don't do these things. And now that you're on your own, well, nobody's going to fire me. So I can be 5 minutes late. I can, cut this corner or this corner. You cannot do that. Your work ethic is, if anything, has to be even harder than before, because now you're on your own, and if you fail, you can't blame anybody besides you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the must be nice phrase. Like, oh, it must be nice you work for yourself. You can make your own
It
hours.
is nice, but guess what? You work your butt
Yeah,
off.
like I can't show up late. If the customer doesn't show up, I don't get paid. Like there's just a way bigger risk to owning your own. And yeah,
Big
sometimes
risks,
it
big
is
rewards.
nice, but like, man, it can be rough.
Yes.
What since you've been here at Branier, what has been like maybe a challenge for you? Like maybe moving in the beginning, kind of getting started again, getting your clients back.
So I was afraid the clients who are used to a salon environment, they would probably feel a little weird, like I'm in this, little space, and I was worried about that because they used to, the girls chatting next to them, the chaos, the good
Yeah,
chaos.
now
of it
it's
all.
just you two.
Yes. But they actually love it.
Yeah.
They love it because you give them undivided attention, and who doesn't want that?
I do. Love me some attention.
Yes.
We get some people with the same concern. They're like, I don't know, I think my people like the salon vibe, and it's like, I don't think you know how much better the suite vibe is because it's
clients
whatever
don't know
vibe
how much
you
better
want.
it is. You can make them love that environment. You can be like, no, this is better.
Yeah,
for sure. So I was scrolling on your Instagram, like trying to find like some services. So I see you've got like a blowout service. What is that? How do you sell it? What does it cost?
I think it's $60, but you would be surprised how low blowouts I get, like just a blowout.
Yeah.
Because my main bread and butter is extensions, and so it comes with it. Like the blowouts, the styles, the color, it kind of comes with it. So I don't sell services a la carte. I sell them as packages.
Oh.
Because clients, they don't know the industry lingo. They don't know what's a toner sometimes or what's a gloss.
They don't know what to book. I would not know what I needed if I needed to get my hair fixed. I would be like, Lola, I have no idea.
So I thought about it, and I sell packages. For example, one of my services is blending package, which can be highlights, balayage, foliage. They don't know.
Yeah.
All they know is blending package and description underneath. This is a service that you use bleach and becoming more blonder. I explained what's a blending package. Yes. So what's a hair extension package or a transformation package, and I just describe them what entails in that and the price that comes with it. It's a set price. I have a blending package. It's $350. That's it. That's all you pay. You're not how you say, sticker shock or sticker shock.
Exactly.
In the end, you know that you're gonna pay it because everything that's in this package, it's already included in there, and the price is included in that package.
$350. That's a good price.
That's a good price. It's on the luxury side.
Yeah, that's a really good price. We have a lot of people scared to charge that. I think I wouldn't be shocked by it, especially if you're putting it all up front. This is what you're paying. You're gonna need your hair blow dried, styled, all the things.
And you're not gonna pay a penny more.
Yeah,
this is the price. Everything includes in that. Your haircut, your toner, your highlights, your balayage. Everything is included.
That's a really good way to go about it because we have some people that literally cannot take another client because they're so booked, but they charge still like pennies, and I'm like, you can charge so much more. But some people are scared to charge. Like, how do you get over the fear of like charging too much? Like, I feel like you know your worth.
I honestly started charging as soon as okay, so as soon as I started working at the salon, I was like, I don't want to charge. I don't want to work so hard to hit a quota and then my body to just fall apart. Yeah. I'd rather have 1 to 2 clients a day and charge them more and give them my absolute undivided attention. And yes, it's a harder way to build the clientele, but it's how you can say it. It's a harder way to build a clientele, but once you build it, then it stays there, you know? So that's another thing why I like working for myself and being in a suite. You can choose your client. So if I don't want to do haircuts, I'm not going to do them, and I don't. Yeah. If I don't want a service man, I'm not going to service man because I don't want to do that. Yeah. It's not my passion. In a salon, you kind of have no choice. They give you the clients and like you have to take them. You have to do kids' haircuts. You have to do updos and all the other things that I don't personally like to do. So in a salon suite, you can choose your clientele. Not only you can choose a clientele in the services you do, you can choose a type of person that is in your chair. Like if I don't vibe with you and you're not
Yeah, like
you're
we're
not
not
my
a good
style.
fit.
We're not a good fit.
Yeah.
I can turn you down, and that's gonna be fine. So it's a harder way to acquire clients, but I chose this route because in the end, when I'm like completely booked and I can't take any more clients, I'm gonna know the people that I have is the people that I personally chose, and they the people that I like.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes so much sense. I think we talk a lot about raising prices when you come here, and like Brian said, people are scared. But I'm on the same boat as you. Like, let's charge more and get less,
Yes, and work less, charge more, work
and
less.
work less. Yeah,
Obviously, your work has to represent
Reflect.
Yeah.
those prices. You can just charge somebody $350 or $500 for highlights, and they're walking out of here splotchy.
Yeah.
You have to, but because you have less clients and you charge more, you can actually focus on that work and actually perfect your craft.
yeah, and not
Because you're not rushed to do, oh my gosh, my client is about to come in 20 minutes. I'm double booked. No.
Yeah.
All that eliminates. You charge more, you work less, eliminates all the fears and all the like, I need to rush through, I need to do this, not giving enough attention to your clients, making mistakes. So that's why I chose, like, I'd rather work with on the luxury side of this. I'll work less, but still make my living a living wage,
Yeah.
right? And it actually helps me to perfect my craft.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to talk to some people.
Yeah,
Like you need to put on a freaking seminar. Like I swear, I was invited by a rep in Gonzales to go to this hair class. Really didn't pertain to me, but I was there, so she invited me, and I went with some of the suite owners. This was years ago, and probably like almost 3 years ago. It was like right when we opened. So I was like, yeah, I don't know anything really about this industry. Like I should go. And that's exactly what this man was talking about. How if you cannot take another client, like you're so booked up, that means you're not charging enough. Not double. I mean, he did say double actually. He was like, put your prices up, lose some clients, then you'll fill that space with clients that will pay that price. And I was like hyped up. I was like, let's go. Like, this is amazing. Like, let's do some hair. Like, I don't even do hair. We got back and no one changed their price. They did nothing. And
the fear is real.
It was all fear.
You will lose 25%, like 15 to 25% of your clients every time you raise your prices. But because you raised your prices, that's going to kind of make up
You're
for
making
the
the money
clients.
back.
And it's going to give you opportunity to meet new people to fill that spot.
And if you raise it 15 to 25%, then I mean you're in the same game working less.
Yes, working less. Exactly.
I mean, like people talk about, I'm tired of working Saturdays. I'm gonna just do Monday through Friday. But how do I make the same amount of money? Well, it's simple.
Raise your
you
prices.
raise your price, and you can work less.
But that's another thing. You cannot raise your prices if you booked only 35% or 60% of the time.
No, you have to be slap full.
Yeah, you have to be 90 to 95% booked, and then that's the time indicator to you can raise your prices.
You should also, I do think about it, like you can raise your prices, but I do think it's important that you have the social media present, you have the Google presence like you, because how are you going to fill those gaps? Like I think a lot of them, they don't even have anything to go look at. So I think that's why they are comfortable where they're at, because you do get a little scared. Are you going to get new clients? Because they're not marketing themselves because they don't have to.
Marketing is so important. A strong social media presence, it's so important because unfortunately, that's the time. Nobody's going to book with you if you don't have an Instagram account. Nobody, like TikTok, it's getting traction right now. Now a lot of people get clients from TikTok too, but for right now, Instagram presence has to be strong. You have to take pictures. You have to take videos. Even if you don't like videos where you are in the video.
At least your work.
At least your work. Post. Although that's another thing that is happening right now in our industry. People want to see your personality. Yeah, they want to see a little glimpse of how you do hair, how you talk, maybe cleaning up your suite, what's behind the scene, what's after the scene. They want to see your personality. That's another thing that people will book with you, even if your hair is like, maybe that's not my style, but I'll try her because I like her.
Yeah.
Speaking of social media, that's a job in itself.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like how annoying is having to post on social media.
So annoying.
I hate
editing, filming,
Yeah.
talking to your clients. Can I film you today? Not everybody wants to be in front of a camera.
Yeah.
But at this point, all my clients, they know that my tripod is going to be on. It's like part of their service.
Yeah.
At this point, they're like, okay, I know Oxana is going to, film, so whatever.
A lot of
Yeah.
people get it because like they understand we need
Yes.
the content.
Yes, yes,
but
yes.
social media in itself,
It looks so much more fun than it is. Like people see us do all of our videos, but like it takes us a couple hours out of our day to go shoot the videos, and then they have to be edited, and then we've got to schedule the
schedule
post.
them and make the captions.
Like, so it's definitely not easy, and it's more annoying probably than it is fun sometimes, but it's a necessity in today's world.
Society, yeah, absolutely. And one little trick that I do as a hairstylist, I work with a lot of models, so I still do free services. You're not gonna believe that. I still do free services. If I see a pretty girl with amazing hair, I'm like, I want to touch this hair. I'll just come up to her and be like, hey, you look great in my videos. Can I do your service for free, but come fill some content in exchange? So block half a day because I work for myself. I can do that. So I'll block half a day, and on a Sunday or a Monday when it's not a lot of clients, and she would come in and I'll offer this amazing service to her, extensions and blowouts or whatever it would be. And in exchange, she'll film content for me. And from one big video or like from 3 hours of content, you can create 30 little
a million
little contents from that, especially in our industry. You can film 30 seconds of how you paint the hair, and that's a content right there. So I still do free services if I want somebody to model for me.
Wow.
No one does that.
No one. Not that we've talked to. I mean, I'm sure people do, but not that we've talked to.
Yeah, not for I didn't even think about just the content side. Like we kind of will do that too. But that's such a good idea. Get a perfect person in there, and it just makes your stuff it's already
so
good,
much better.
But like, wow,
Yes.
with scrolling, it's like, let me look at this person.
Earlier, she did say, she's like, all my clients are glam and pretty. And like, if you do go on her Instagram, like, I want to go to somebody who like, I just look at all the girls and I'm like, oh, all the pretty girls go there. I feel like I need to be there.
It's pleasing, our eyes, they drawn to pretty things, right? So it's just one of those tricks that you can use to your advantage. And who doesn't want to see a pretty girl with pretty hair on their feed? Everybody wants to see a pretty girl.
You've got it
feed.
figured out.
And if I see somebody in the wild, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. Her hair is gorgeous. I'm like, hey, you want a free service?
So
who doesn't want a free
how
service?
do you reach out to that? Like, where do you see these people, and how do you
anywhere
reach out? Like if you're
grocery
walking
stores.
Oh, I love it.
I swear to God, I have no shame in my game. I have no shame in my game.
shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm like groceries. You come up to a girl as a girl. If you're a man, it's a little harder. If you're a girl and you put together too, and you're like, you're so pretty. I'm a hairstylist. Would you like a free service in exchange for a little content? 90% of the time, it's a yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have no shame coming up to somebody in the grocery store and telling her like my speech. And what's the worst can happen? They're gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And they might go look at your Instagram later anyway to see that you're good.
Yes.
Yeah, like maybe think about it. Here, go look at my Instagram.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like a lot of people like, I don't know if it's like an ego thing. Like a lot of people, I've learned like you have to just put your pride aside with like doing
you cannot be embarrassed.
You cannot be embarrassed.
No.
And that was kind of hard for me at first and then I started looking, I'm like, who cares? Like, I don't care. And I really stopped caring. But a lot of people do. And I think that holds a lot of people back.
They care about other people judging them. But my thing is like people who judge you for, especially like for trying a business, for putting yourself out there, are the people who cannot do it themselves. Who, like people who judge like, I wish I had the courage to do that, and who cares? They don't pay your bills.
A lot of people, you'd be
that's it.
surprised with the amount of people who actually like love it behind the scenes who aren't like liking and commenting. But like at one point I was like pretty heavily posting on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And I would see people at like the coffee shop and they'd be like, oh my God, like what are you doing next? Like I've been keeping up with this. And I'm like, oh,
you don't even know that somebody's watching you.
Are?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like,
and somebody's always watching you. Even if they don't like your comments or your post or don't comment, they will watch you.
I know. I was like, when I started, I need to get back to it. Cause like I was doing life just gets a lot. And then I'm like, the last thing I want to do is just post
And
myself.
edit, yes.
Yeah.
It's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
And I think a lot of people get discouraged by not getting the likes or not getting the comments.
Oh, yeah, you have to
But-
get over that.
But like,
yeah, you have to get
I
over that.
never like or comment on a post, like very rarely. And I can tell you I'm on social media all the time. So
And you're
just
scrolling and watching, yeah.
just because you're not getting likes or not getting comments
Doesn't mean people
doesn't
aren't
mean
watching.
people aren't watching and people aren't interested. So
My motto is this: you have to post so often that people are sick of seeing your posts. But if they think about a hairstylist, you're gonna be the first thing that pops out in
Yeah.
their head
Dang.
because they're so sick of seeing your post. I know this girl that does hair because I see her post
Every
every
day.
day.
yeah.
They're gonna associate you with the with the
Yes.
crap that you do because you post so often. They're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm sick of seeing her post, man.
But
But
they
I'm-
know you
But
do
you know-
hair.
yes, exactly.
I
That's
love it.
good.
I love it. So is this just like you just kind of organically figured this stuff out, or did you have like a mentor? Like I know your husband helped a little bit, but was there a mentor?
I didn't have no mentor. It's everything that I figure out with trial and errors, you
So
know.
good.
And of course, I invest in education. Like I take little courses
Yeah.
there, little courses there, or I
Good.
follow other successful hairstylists. I'm like, what they do that makes them so special, or they have a big
Yes.
following. Okay, let me get the trick from her or
Yeah.
him. And so it's just like my observation skills, and
Yeah.
I implement them in my own life.
Really good.
I feel like a lot of people observe but not implement.
Yeah, everyone
You have
observes
to
and
try,
very
even
little
if you
implement.
fail. Okay, but
Yeah.
at least you tried.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
You're failing if you're not
Yeah.
trying.
Yep.
So what would you, if you went back to school, had to start completely over, like for somebody that's maybe just in school that maybe likes our suites or kind of wants to get into the industry, what would you say? How would you start? Where would you start? Would it be a suite? Would it be a commission? Like, and then how would you get to where we are today?
So unfortunately, I am still, as much as I like, salon suites kind of way of going by thing. I'm so sorry. The way of going with this industry, because this is the future of this industry, and the
Yep.
beauty industry is salon suites. Nobody wants to work for somebody else anymore. Nobody wants to give 50% of their money to somebody else, of your hard-earned money. This is the future of the beauty industry, and it's taking off right
Yep.
now. But on the other side is, if you're fresh out of beauty school, you don't have the knowledge and the skill set about the business. So to learn all that, you have to kind of go in the traditional salons to build your clientele. And don't get me wrong, I've seen very young hairstylists like who are just 1 year or 2 years into industry, and they're doing great because of
Yeah.
social media skills. Because social
Right.
media, they very integrated in social media. Like 20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, they in there, they know how to do it. But like I said, most likely you will have to work for a salon to learn not only the skill set to become a better hairstylist, but to learn about the business itself.
Yep.
Where are you gonna learn all this skills about the business if not from a person who already owns a salon, right?
Right.
You can have mentors, you can have invest in courses, but you're not gonna like, unless you have rich parents or a rich husband, how you gonna support that? So for right now, yes, the best way is to work for a commission salon, but you don't have to stay there for 5-10 years.
Yeah.
You can learn all of that in 1 year and then go on your own.
So how do you know when it's time to go to a salon suite?
When you build up the
I
guts.
didn't have a traditional way of doing myself, so I honestly don't know, because I wanted a salon suite when I got fired from my job and with no clients.
Yeah.
That's a crazy way to do things, but
Yeah.
I did it. I took a chance.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell. When you feel in your
Yeah.
heart that it's right for you, just take a chance on you, because nobody else will.
Yeah.
Like, who else is going to take a chance on you
Yeah.
except you?
Yeah.
And we have the same perspective as you about starting maybe at a commission salon, because we don't really take people right out of school. It would have to be
we don't. Like, we'll do tours.
Yeah, we do have one girl that was straight out of school, and she's kicking ass for sure. But
But
there's
that's like
not
one in a
many of
million.
them.
Yeah.
There's
One
one in a
out of-
million. So
yeah.
we do kind of tell, like, first question is, how's your clientele if you're in school? And we're like, go work at a commission salon. Like, we don't want to just take people's money, because they're probably going to fail here very quick if they have no
And
clients.
you as a business owner want to protect yourself too,
Yeah.
right? You don't want somebody who would fail first of all, it's gonna feel bad for you that like you just taking their money and they can meet.
Yeah, I don't want to
their
get in that situation.
Yes, but also you have to protect yourself because in the end of the day, it's a business. You know, you have to have reliable tenants. You know.
Yeah, that's been like a hard, like, because I do some situations like I feel terrible about, like if we ever did get in a situation like that, like I feel bad, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, like, but this is my livelihood too. So, and we've only been in very few of those situations, but like when I do get in that situation, it just reminds me like, this is my livelihood as well. So now when I do tours, like I make sure I'm like, do you have a clientele? Do you understand this is a 12-month lease? Because like, I rather not get in a situation like, we're not just going to lease to anybody, because like, as much as I don't want you to fail, because then it gets me in a whole emotional turmoil myself. So it's a whole thing. But I agree. Straight to building
For right
your
now,
clientele.
the traditional route is you have to go. It's more. It's gonna set you up more for success. However, like I said, don't get discouraged, because I know hairstylists who are like just 2 years into it or 1 year into it, and they're killing it because of their social media skills. If you are savvy in social media and you post every day, and go for it.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, makes sense. So, is there any questions you'd like to ask us? Is there anything you're wondering about our lives, our business?
I've watched your podcasts, right? So I kind of know how you guys started and everything. Do you feel like, okay, how did I formulate this question? Do you still feel fear in this business? Do you still feel that? Or you like pretty settled in and you're like, I know we got this and whatever?
What's your answer?
There's always fear.
Yes.
I feel fear.
there's always fear, and it's I think fear is good. Like if I'm not nervous about doing something or starting a new business, then it's just probably not even worth it.
You're not gonna hustle as hard.
I'm not gonna hustle as hard. But I can tell you, these salons still, we're 3 years in, there's fear.
Mhm.
Like we still have to try. We're trying harder now
Harder than we ever have.
And
we're doing great, but I just have that fear, like it could just
ignite the fire, right?
Yeah, and we've got like big loans, so if things don't work out, like I mean,
that's
I'll
like
have to
people,
do whatever.
Yeah, like my fear, like people sometimes if they're having trouble, they're like, just you don't understand, and I'm like, you don't understand the bills that I have.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and it's not just a financial fear, like it's also a fear of like letting y'all down, like our tenants. Like we don't want to let y'all down. Like I tell Branye all the time, we talk about like, I don't think we're doing enough. I don't know if we're doing enough for them. Like we maybe need to start doing this. And maybe I told her the other day, when people move in, we got to do something different for them, like on the initial move in.
And honestly, I feel that. I feel you guys, you care so much. Like
it's consuming, I will say. It consumes me. Like last night.
It's your baby. It's like your second baby, yes.
It is all consuming. And I think any business owner, their business is all consuming if you care about it.
Yeah.
But like I was dreaming about it last night. It's just.
That's why you know it's consuming your subconscious. It's in your subconscious.
It really is. And like, I don't want to upset anybody. And like, I'm like, I wonder if they think I care enough. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why am I thinking this? But I don't think caring too much is a problem. But yeah, the fear, I think, will always be there. And like Nick said, it's not even financial, really. It's more about like all my tenants, like, because I care too. Like I made friends with them.
Yeah,
it's a community. It's definitely a community. You're building a community. It's a community, and you don't want to let down your community.
Yep.
Yeah. I think fear comes. I think it almost gets worse than when you first start. Because when you first
the adrenaline's worn off.
Well, when you first start, it's like, okay, you're either going to succeed or you're going to fail. Like it's black or white. But then the further you get along, and it's like, man, we're in business for 2, we've been in business for 3 years. Like,
now that you succeeded, you have to maintain that.
now we've got to
Yes.
maintain the success,
Yes.
or we are failures.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not just did it work or it didn't. No, like, we are failures if it didn't work, and we are not failures. So it's now more than ever, for sure. And I think it'll probably just maybe get a little worse. I don't know. It's kind of an addiction, though. It's like, come on, let's just keep rolling. Let's keep rolling.
Yeah, that wasn't my other fear. Okay, so that was one of my fears too. Like, I would be like booked out for a month, and then the next month I didn't have anybody on the books. I'm like, that's it. My next month is
I'm
it.
done.
I'm done.
No,
it was a
this
good
is what it
run.
ends.
Like 6 months into it, and then 7 months into it, and then 8 months into it, and 9, and so on. And I'm like, okay, maybe I can do this for longer than I thought I could, you know?
Maybe it all doesn't end.
Yeah, it doesn't end after a year. It doesn't end after 2, you know? And like 2.5 years later, I'm still like, I'm like, okay, I'm doing it.
If you work hard, you'll always figure it out.
Yeah.
And like, there's been some times where I'm like, oh my gosh, like, this is just so... I look at my friends with you can resonate with this, but like, I look at my friends with like a normal 9-to-5 job, and they just get off work and they just go about their day and chill out. And I'm getting a call in the middle of the night because somebody's locked out of this. And then like they were at the hunting camp the other day. My brother owns his own business. He got woken up in the middle of the night because an employee called him. Like, it's just all consuming. It's 24/7.
It's 24/7. Yes.
It's 24/7.
My clients sometimes text me on holidays. They text me at 10 p.m. And my husband gets annoyed with me sometimes because I'm constantly on my phone, and I'm like, I cannot not respond to them. This is my clients. Like, I just can't, you know. I have got to make them feel that they're important, because they are, you know. In the end of the day, they pay my bills, you know. So I'm like, I cannot not do this, because my husband does have a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
I'm like, your job will be there tomorrow. I don't have PTO. I don't have health insurance. I don't.
Yes.
Yep.
If I'm not there, then I don't have any of those things. So I feel you on that. Like, I'll respond to clients at 12 a.m. Like,
really?
I will. Yeah.
So a lot of our suite owners, they feel the opposite.
Really?
Like, yes, they
wow.
get annoyed if somebody is texting them at like outside of business hours, like 10 p.m. or if like they're on vacation and they're getting blown up because they're not responding right away. And that blows my mind.
That would blow my mind too.
Because they're your clients who are paying, like, they choose to come to you.
Spend their hard-earning money on you.
Correct.
There's a million other options.
Correct.
For them to pick from, and they picked you.
Yep.
You have to pick them back.
And like, if a suite owner texts me or calls me at 10 p.m., like, I'm answering. Like, the other day, somebody called me because they locked themselves out of somewhere, and Nick had to leave to go let them in. Like, no matter what we're doing, we're going to drop what we're doing if we can and be there, because you're choosing to have a suite with us, just like a client is choosing to pay you. So it just really blows my mind when people...
Maybe that's a stylist who are already established and they have like a super steady
it's like
clientele. Really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Even then, I wouldn't like...
It's my biggest... my first biggest pet peeve is somebody being late. My second pet peeve is I'm on vacation. My phone's going to be off for 10 days. Or I'm out, so I'm not going to answer calls or texts. And I know you just got back from a vacation, so maybe you can speak on it. I don't know if you...
I answered them the entire vacation.
Yes.
I was on the slopes, stopping on the slopes, responding to my clients.
You are us.
You are us. Yes. Because, like, I can tell you, I've turned my phone off one time in my life, and it was on our honeymoon. And the only reason I was able to do that is because I had a team of 100 employees. I had 10 executives under me. Like,
so
someone else
you had a backup.
Someone could take care. But even in that business, that was the first time I ever turned my phone off. Other than that, still to this day, it's 24/7. Somebody needs me.
I sometimes book clients out of my working hours if they really need me. If they're like, please, I have a wedding coming up, or I have a funeral, whatever it might be. Like, can you please squeeze me in at 8 a.m.? I'm like, okay. I have a hard time turning them down, because I'm like, how can you turn down a client?
Yeah.
Maybe I should have some boundaries, but for right now I don't.
Yeah.
No, and I think I think boundaries is a word that a lot of people like throw around really easily. Like, you just have to have that work-life balance with boundaries. And I'm like, yes, I do. Do you need to be serving somebody at this time? Like, you don't need to be like overworking yourself. But how people throw the word boundaries around really blows my mind, because I'm like, it's not boundaries when these people are paying you. Like, I have feelings towards that topic.
Yeah, me too. Like, in the end of the day, it's a business, and if you're not there for your client, they're gonna spend that money somewhere else. You basically turning down money.
Yeah.
And not saying that
100%.
our clients is just a wallet, but they chose to spend their money with you. Why would you turn them down?
Yeah.
That's first. But secondly, they feel special when you give them that attention, when you respond to them quickly, when you go out of your way for them to feel you go out of their way to make them feel comfortable and cared for. And in return, they're gonna do the same to you, for you.
Yep. Anything else from you?
I don't have any questions because I feel like I know everything about you. Because you guys are so open. But yeah, for right now, no.
Okay. So if somebody wants to book with you, how do they find you? How do they book with you?
So they can find me on Google, Oxana's Beauties Salon. They can find me on Instagram, Oxana's Beauties Salon. And they can find me on TikTok, Oxana Baton Rouge Hairstylist.
All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. This
Thank
was
you guys.
awesome.
That was
Yes,
awesome.
I enjoyed this.
We really appreciate you coming sit down as the first one for sure.
That was great. It was a good conversation.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
feel like I learned a lot about you. Your story is very inspiring. It is really nice because I think a lot of times we see people like, this isn't working because of this, and we don't see that work ethic. And you are like the definition of making your dreams come true and hustling and work ethic. And it was just really refreshing and nice to hear.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you're here with us. And thank you for coming chat
Hopefully I'm
with
going to
us.
stay here for a long, long time.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. We're going to link all of Oxana's stuff in the description. Make sure you go follow her. And if you're looking for a new hairstylist, she's open. And if you're really pretty, she might do you for free. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.
That was great. That was great.